Children, in this session we will go through pulses, chapter Agriculture, Part 2, Food Crops. Pulses are the food grain and they are dal, the daily dal that we eat, and they form a very important part of our Indian diet. Now what comes under the category of pulses? They are gram, arhar, urd, then moong, masoor, kesari, mot and peas. They come under pulses. These pulses, they fix the nitrogen in the soil. If the crop that is properly rotated, then the soil, it could regain its fertility. Plus it serves as the food for the cattle. First one given is the gram. Now the soil requirement is best, it is grown in the loamy soil. The climatic requirement, it include that temperature of 20 to 25 degrees Celsius is required. Mild, cool and dry climate is the requirement for it, and as it is generally a dry crop in the Rabi season. Now what is a dry crop? Where the water requirement is less, that is known as the dry crop. And where for the farming, dry farming is also there. Where for the farming the water requirement is less, then that type of the farming, it is known as the dry farming. Where the rainfall is concerned, low to moderate amount of the rainfall, 50 to 100 centimeters, that is what is required. Method of cultivation, it includes that it is sown between September and November and harvested between February and April. So it takes 150 days to mature. The leaves will turn to reddish brown from green when it is ready for harvesting. Then it is pulled out, kept in the sun to dry. After that it is thrashed. It is rotated as a mixed crop with wheat, barley or mustard crop, and it is mostly grown in the rows. Severe cold and excessive rainfall, they are harmful for the crop. Its uses include as the dal or the besan for cooking and for making the sweets. Then green leaves are used as the vegetables, and grains, they are used to feed horses and cattle. The areas where it is grown is Himachal, Rajasthan and Haryana. Next is the maize crop, which is both Rabi and Kharif crop. Now it is very inferior grain and it is used both as the food and the fodder, that is food for the animals. Then it is a tropical crop. It is also known as the corn. In Tamil Nadu, it is grown as the Rabi crop, and it can be grown at the various of the altitude from the plain areas at 2500 meter above the sea level. Well-drained plains, they are best suited for its growth. Now where the soil requirement is concerned, it can be grown in any type of the soil, and it is used mostly as the rotation crop. So the soil from deep heavy clay to light sandy soil, fertile well-drained alluvial soil, red loam, that are best suited for the maize cultivation. Climatic conditions include the temperature, that is from 21 to 27 degrees Celsius. Frost is very harmful for the growth of the crop, and rainfall, it is a rain-fed Kharif crop. So the rainfall requirement is from 50 to 100 centimeters. Where the rainfall is less, then the irrigation, it becomes necessary. Method of cultivation, it is sown before the onset of the monsoon and harvested after the retreat of the monsoon. Sunshine after the rainfall, that is very useful for its growth. Cool and dry weather helps it in ripening. Now harvesting, it is harvested when the crop is nearly dry and does not contain more than 20% of the moisture. Maize corns are removed and dried in the sun. Then the processing, it is grown almost in all the parts of the country. Now where the use is concerned, it is essentially used as the food crop in the form of the chapatis, roasted corns or even popcorns in the confectionaries, and it is also used as the fodder for the cattle. Next group is millets, that is Kharif crop, and it includes Johar, Bajra and Ragi. Now the group of the millets, it includes the grasses that is grown in the inferior area where the quantity of rainfall is less. So into the area where wheat and rice, it cannot grow, millets, they are planted. Now they are planted in the Kharif season. The grain is round in shape and stalk and stem are used as the fodder for the cattle. Johar, bajra and ragi, they are grown here in our country, and Johar is also known as the sorghum. They are hardy, drought and heat resistant plants and mostly cultivated in the drier parts of our country, especially into the region of Deccan Plateau. Now where the soil is concerned, soil is loamy, sandy, clay, deep, regur and alluvium. They are the best suited soil for it. Its climatic requirement, temperature should be ranging from 26 degrees Celsius to 33 degrees Celsius and rainfall about 50 to 120 centimeters. Johar is both Rabi and Kharif crop. Now after wheat and rice, Johar, it is the most popular food crop of our country. And soil requirement includes medium regur clay black soil. It can also be grown on the light sandy soil, and it is best grown in the black regur soil. The climatic requirement, range of the temperature should be from 26 degrees Celsius to 33 degrees Celsius, and it requires the rainfall of about 30 to 100 centimeters. It should not exceed more than 100 centimeters. So both the high amount of the rainfall and the drought-like conditions, they are harmful for the growth of the crop. Now the uses, it includes for making up of the rotis, and the straw of the plant is used for the feed of the cattle, that is fodder. Areas, Maharashtra is the largest producer, followed by Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh and Andhra Pradesh. Then we have bajra, also known as the bulrush millet, and it is a kharif crop. Now it is used as the food crop and also fodder for the cattle in the drier parts of our country. Now in certain of the areas, it is also used for the thatching up of the roof. It is sown as the rotation or the mixed crop. Now it can be grown into the variety of the soil from sandy to black or red or the gravel or into the hill or the mountain type of the soil. The temperature, it includes to be 25 to 35 degree Celsius. That is the range for it. The rainfall, it grows into the area where rainfall is less than 100 centimeters. So it is also a dry crop. Now it is the rain-fed crop, and it does not require much of the irrigation. Bright sunshine after the light showers is very useful in the early stages. The uses of it, it is used as the food crop for making up of the rotis and fodder for the cattle. The areas, it include the areas of Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Gujarat and Uttar Pradesh, Haryana. Then we have the ragi, also known as the buckwheat. Now it is a kharif crop and it is grown into the drier parts of South India and some parts of North India as well. Where the soil is concerned, red, light black, sandy soil and the well-drained alluvial soil. The crop can grow best there in these kind of the soil. Climatic requirement, temperature should be ranging from 20 to 30 degrees Celsius and rainfall 50 to 100 centimeters. Now uses include both as the food and as the fodder for the cattle. Now areas mostly into the Deccan Plateau region, and Karnataka is the largest producer of ragi. So children, with this we come to the end of the chapter. Read the chapter very thoroughly and solve the set of the question answers. Thank you.